की जय। प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्री कृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मनां त्राता श्री कृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना पादाश्रितानां तु समस्तचौरम् गोपाङ्गनानां चदुकूलचौरम् अनन्तजन्मार्जितपाप चौरम् चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तग्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Eternally seeking souls, please turn to page number 134 in Bhajan book number 1. तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
स्वामी नंद नंदन।
स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुत नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुत नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिय नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिय नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरी गतिमति रति नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरी गतिमति रति नंद नंदन।
तेरे सिवा मेरा कोई नहीं 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही मम माता पिता भ्राता 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 नंद नंदन।
तेरा ही कहा हुआ है यह 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 नंद नंदन।
मेरा सब कुछ ही है तेरा नंद नंदन।
मेरा सब कुछ ही है तेरा नंद नंदन।
तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैं हूँ अति ही पतित 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 नंद नंदन।
तू भी तो पतित पावन 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही तू ही तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
In this divine composition, Jagadguru Tam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, on behalf of a devotee, an aspiring devotee, O Nandanandan, you alone, only you are mine, and please do not forget that I am also one of the countless souls that belong to you. So in the first line, the word used is he, meaning alone or only. In the next line, the word is bhi, meaning also. As Sri Maharaji points out, the whole problem is with using bhi instead of he. In other words, we accept Sri Krishna, there's no doubt, we accept him, but we accept him also. You're also mine, but I have another mother, I have another father, I have a brother, I have a whole set of family, physical relatives, biological family members. But you are also mine. I will give you that. But the true devotee says, no, only you are mine. Because I am not this physical body. I do not identify myself as the physical body. I identify myself as a soul. Physical body belongs to me. It's not who I am. So we don't say, well, this money, it's not my money. I am the money. This car, I am the car. This outfit, I am the outfit. That's silly. I have an outfit. This is my outfit. This is my car. This is my money. This is my house. In the same way, this is my body. And I am the Atma. The Atma does not ever change. It has no age, it has no height, it has no weight, it has no religion, it has no color. It is always the same. It has always been the same, it will always remain the same. It is a divine spark of God, it is a divine fraction of God. Mamai vansho jiva loke. Sri Krishna says in the Gita, O Arjun, all individual souls are mine. They belong to me, they are my fraction. So the devotee says, only you are mine, because I am the Atma. So he uses the word he or only at the right place. But the next time he says, I am also one of yours. I cannot say that I am the only one who belongs to you, because you have innumerable children. You have unlimited children. Not only humans, but insects, birds, animals, plants, and trees also. Devtas also. They're all yours. But I am so fortunate that I am also one of yours. And the devotee forms all relationships with Nandanandan, with the son of Nand, with Sri Krishna. Only you are my master, only you are my friend, only you are my child, and only you are my beloved. Every relationship must be formed with Sri Krishna. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva, Every Hindu knows these words. You are my only mother, my only father, my only brother, my only friend, my only wealth and knowledge. You are my one and only. The acceptance of the meaning of these words is missing in us. So we are trying to get to the point where we can say, Tu hi to hai mera Nandanandan. Only you are mine. Only you are my merciful master, mother and father, my eternal friend, my child and my beloved. Only you alone. More sab hi ek tum swami, deen bandhu ur antar jami. Ramcharitmanas. Mata nasti, pita nasti, nasti me swajano janah. Prahlad had said, I don't know any other mother. I have no other mother. I have no other father. Only you. You're my one and only. Tat tumhari matu vaidehi, pita ramu sab bhanti sanehi. Sumitra says to her son Lakshman, God is your real mother. God is your true father. So we are on the way to accept this eternal truth. The devotee says, you alone are my own. You alone are my aim. You alone are on my mind. You alone are my love, O Nandanandan. You alone are my gati, mati and rati. Only you are on my mind. You alone are my love. You alone are my destination. And you have said this yourself in the Vedas and Shastras. In the Vedas and Vedic scriptures, you have said it yourself that you are my one and only. So I'm not making this up. These are your own words. Sri Krishna's words are the Vedas, his eternal laws, his eternal utterings. These Vedas have sprung forth from his natural breath. Nishvasitamasya Veda. Jaki Sahaj Shwas Shruti Chari. The 4 Vedas have come from his natural breath, Sahaj Shwas. So these are divine utterances that are infallible because they are yours. Vedas are not man-made. They're not even revealed by saints. They come from the natural breath of God. They are the eternal truth. Divyo Deva Eko Narayano Mata Pita Bhrata. Subala Shruti says, God and God alone is the mother, father, brother. He's the only destination. Gatir Narayana iti. He's the only destination, the only aim, the only purpose of life. We are being reminded of this. The devotee says, all that is mine is yours. Mera sab kuch hi hai tera. Everything I have belongs to you. I did not come to the world. When I took birth, I did not come with anything. I didn't have any property with me when I came. I came with closed fists. And when I leave, I will leave with my hands wide open. I came with nothing, and I will leave with nothing. Everything I have right now belongs to you. It's not mine. I am the guardian, I'm the custodian of what you have given to me. But nothing here belongs to me. But then the devotee says very cleverly, Tera sab kuch bhi hai mera Nandanandan. So all that is mine is yours, and all that is yours, may I remind you, all that is yours is mine. I am your child. I am the rightful heir to your property. Your property is unlimited knowledge, immeasurable bliss. I have the right to inherit that from you. These are your properties, and you are my father. So as your child, everything you have is mine. And Sri Krishna must be smiling when he hears this, and he must be saying, yes, of course, everything I have is yours. Then we ask, why don't you give them to me? Why don't you give me your property? Sri Krishna would say, have you accepted me as your one and only? Have you truly accepted that I am your father and that you are my child? The moment you accept this, that is the moment I will give you everything. Yad durlabham yada prapyam manaso yanna gocharam tadapya prarthito dhyato dadati madhusudanaha. Garuda Puran. Bhagavan says, the moment you accept me as yours, I will give you the gifts that are very difficult to get. I will give you the gifts that are impossible to attain. I will even give you gifts that you cannot even think about. You cannot even imagine the gifts that I will give to you the moment you surrender to me. Sri Maharaji used to say that Sri Krishna is looking at us, he's always observing us without blinking his eyes. Because the moment we surrender to him, the moment we accept him as our one and only, that is the moment that he has to give us everything. He has to, at that moment, what does he have to do? He must destroy the file of innumerable actions of the past, sanchit karma. Unlimited virtuous actions and innumerable sinful deeds. He has to burn that file of actions, because if he does not, we will have to go to Swarga time and time again, and we will also have to go to hell time and time again as a consequence of our virtuous and sinful deeds, respectively. So he burns a file of sins altogether. And then he has to give to that surrendered soul immeasurable bliss and unlimited knowledge. He has to tell Maya at that exact moment, Maya, leave this one alone. Now this one belongs to me. This Atma belongs to me. This Atma has accepted me. So now you have no jurisdiction over this Atma. You leave. Maya is like a pair of handcuffs, and we are the prisoners. So we are as if shackled by this Maya. They're the handcuffs. The moment we surrender to God, that is the moment that these handcuffs will be open, and they're not destroyed. Maya cannot be destroyed. It's an eternal energy of Sri Krishna. But now these handcuffs will be on someone else. We will not have them around us. We will not be tormented by Maya any longer. So the moment we accept, oh Sri Krishna, you alone are mine, and I have accepted this now, that is the moment that he has to give us so many gifts, he has to do so much. So Sri Maharaji says, tak taki laga karke dekh rahe hain hame. Sri Krishna is looking at us without blinking, because what if he blinks and in that half a second or 1/4 of a second, we surrender. So he never blinks. He's looking at us all the time, unblinkingly. Mana, main hu ati hi patit, Nandanandan. Granted, I am extremely sinful, O Nandanandan, but may I remind you that tu bhi to patit pavan, Nandanandan. You're also purifier of sinners. So what happened to your power of being able to purify sinners? What happened to that? I know I'm a sinner because the moments I have spent, the uncountable moments I have spent in my uncountable lives without thinking of you, those uncountable moments are the ones in which I committed sins. The definition of sin by our scriptures is forgetfulness of God. We think that when we are asked, what is a sin? We are quick to say, sin, like telling lies is a sin, yes. And hurting others, harming others is a sin. Stealing from others is a sin. Killing someone is a big, big sin. We talk about these as we talk about these sins. We refer to these actions as being sinful. But the real definition of sin is very simple, and that is forgetfulness of God. Whenever we are forgetful of God, that is when we are committing sins. That is a sin in itself. So, मैं भी माना मैं हूँ अति ही पतित नंद नंदन, तू भी तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन. We continue on the next page. माना मैं हूँ अति दीनहीन नंद नंदन,
माना मैं हूँ अति दीनहीन नंद नंदन,
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन.
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन,
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन.
तू भी तो है दीनानाथ मम नंद नंदन,
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन,
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन,
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन.
माना मैं सदा से हूँ विमुख नंद नंदन,
किंतु हूँ तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन.
किंतु हूँ तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन,
किंतु हूँ तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन.
किंतु हूँ तो तेरा ही मैं अंश नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने तुझको भुलाया नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने तुझको भुलाया नंद नंदन,
भुलाया नंद नंदन.
भुलाया नंद नंदन,
या में तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन.
या में तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन,
या में तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन.
या में तो है दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने जाना नहीं तो ही नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने जाना नहीं तो ही नंद नंदन,
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन.
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन,
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन.
तेरी कृपा बिनु जाना कौन नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने माया को ना जीता नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने माया को ना जीता नंद नंदन,
ना जीता नंद नंदन.
जीता नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने माया को ना जीता नंद नंदन.
माना मैंने माया को ना जीता नंद नंदन,
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन.
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन,
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन.
तेरी कृपा बिनु कौन जीता नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने भक्ति किया नहीं नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने भक्ति किया नहीं नंद नंदन।
तू तो बिनु है तू सनेही 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 नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन।
मन माना नंद नंदन।
मन माना नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने किया मन माना नंद नंदन।
मन से तो हारे ज्ञानी ध्यानी 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 नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने किया सदा पाप 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 नंद नंदन।
मेरे पाछे माया क्यों लगाया 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 नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
Then with lots of love in the heart, the devotee says, granted I am a destitute soul, but you are the Lord and protector of destitute souls. I accept that I have always had my back towards you. I never looked towards you, but don't forget I am nonetheless your eternal fraction. The Vedas say that we have always had our back towards God. We never looked towards Him. We were never with God, although we have always belonged to God. Many people seem to think that we were once with God, and then we became separated from God, and we came over here, Maya grabbed hold of us. But this is not what the scriptures say. Our forgetfulness of God is an eternal forgetfulness. We were never with God, although we belong to God. Consider this from the scriptures. Sada pashyanti surayah tad vishnoh paramam padam. Once you are with God, you can never be without God. You can never become separate from God. If we could become separated from God after working so hard to attain Him, then why would we work so hard? I surrender to Him, and with such difficulty, over thousands of lifetimes or over hundreds, depending on our speed, I worked so hard, and finally I am no longer controlled by Maya, and I go to Sri Krishna, and then one day I might become separated from Him. Why would I work so hard? What would inspire me to work so diligently on my devotion? So the scriptures say that although we belong to God, yet we have never been with Him. So when we go to Golok, His divine kingdom, we will be going for the first time. It's only the Nitya Siddha Mahapurush, the eternally liberated ones, who have always been with Him in His divine abode, Golok. But we have always belonged to Him. We have not ever belonged to anyone else. We have never belonged to Maya. We have always belonged to Him, but we have never considered Him to be ours. We have always thought Maya to be ours. We have always been surrendered to Maya. So when we go to Him, we will be going for the first time. So I have always had my back towards you. I accept that. But give me some concession, because I am, after all, your eternal fraction. Ansh. You are my Anshi. And I accept that I have forgotten you, that I did not think of you. But your Maya is to be blamed for this. These words don't have philosophy behind them. There's only love and loving complaint against Sri Krishna, which is the right of the devotee. He has the right to speak like this. The greatest saints speak like this to God, that it's not my fault that your Maya made me forget you. I didn't forget you, your Maya made me forget you. Like Mirabai says, she cautions everyone. She says, don't fall in love with Krishna. Don't fall in love with Kanhaiya, Shyam Sundar, because I fell in love with him and I'm suffering tremendously. Preeti kari kahu sukh na lahyo, says Bhakta Surdas. By falling in love with the treacherous one, you will only have suffering in your life. Mirabai says, Jo main sa janti, preet kare dukh hoy, nagar dhindhora peetti, preet na ki jo koi. I would have told everyone in town, I would have announced it all over, oh good people, do not make the mistake of falling in love with Shyam Sundar. I did, and look at my suffering. These are loving words of the greatest devotees. They speak like this, but inwardly their hearts are completely surrendered to Sri Krishna, and their heart melts only for Sri Krishna. So I have always had my back towards you, right? And your Maya is to be blamed for this, that I have always been forgetful of you. I know that I have not known you. You are my one and only, and I don't know you. You are a stranger to me. But tell me, Teri kripa binu jana kaun? Who has ever known you without your grace? And that is true. No one can know God without God's grace. We cannot attain Him using self-effort. That is impossible. Because our efforts are material, and He is divine, He is non-material. So no matter what effort we make, no matter how much effort we make, we cannot reach Sri Krishna using our effort. So how can we reach Him? Scriptures tell us only through His grace. Only through His grace. If He wants you to know Him, He will grace you, and then you will know Him. सोई जानहि जेहि देहु जनाई, जानत तुम ही होई जाई। तुम्हारी ही कृपा तुम ही रघुनंदन, जानत भगत भगत उरचंदन। राम कृपा बिनु सुनु खगराई, जानि न जाई राम प्रभुताई। It is only with God's grace that He can be known. So that is absolutely true. These words are backed up by scriptures. And he says, the devotee says, I have not conquered Maya, I accept that. But tell me, who has been able to conquer your Maya without your grace? Shri Krishna says in the Gita, O Arjun, Daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mame vaye prapadyante maya metantarantite. This Maya, it is my Shakti, my energy. And no one can attain liberation from Maya without my grace, without surrendering to me and receiving my grace. Mam eva ye prapadyante maya metantarantite. So these are the words of Bhagwan himself. So the devotee says, who can conquer your Maya without your grace? And that is correct. Shri Krishna has said this. Granted, I have not practiced devotion to you, O Nandanandan, yet keep in mind your causelessly merciful nature. Tulsidas ji says in Vinay Patrika, ऐसो को उदार जग माही, ऐसो को उदार जग माही, बिनु सेवा जो द्रवै दीन पर, राम सरिस को नाही, ऐसो को उदार जग माही. Everyone in the world is causefully merciful. You do a favor to someone and he does a favor back to you. You give some money to the shopkeeper and the shopkeeper gives you the goods equivalent to in value to the money you have given him. Everywhere in the world we see that people do favors for one another, but they reciprocate. It's not causeless grace. But Bhagwan bestows grace causelessly. There is no reason for him to give us grace, but he does it, and that is causeless grace. Ahaituki kripa. He is akaran kripalu. So you are causelessly merciful. So why have you not given me your grace? That is the implication. But again, the philosophy says he is causelessly merciful. Shri Krishna says, but do you accept me to be causelessly merciful? Then we think about it and we say, no, I haven't accepted you to be causelessly merciful. Well, there you go. Accept me as being causelessly merciful and I will give you my grace. So you're not accepting this. You're not accepting me to be your mother and father, your only mother, only father. You're not accepting me to be your Lord and Master. You're not accepting me to be causelessly merciful, and yet you're putting the blame on me. Mana maine kiya, man mana. Granted, I have always done what my mind has told me to do, but you have to admit that man se to hare jnani dhyani nandanandan, that I'm just an ordinary person. But this mind is so mischievous that even great meditators have been defeated by their mind. They became attracted to Maya. Saubhari Muni was meditating on God underwater in the waters of the Yamuna. And he saw two fish mating and he thought, I should also enjoy carnal pleasures. And he came out of the water and transformed his body into that of a very young, handsome man and went to the king who had 50 princesses, and all 50 of them selected him as her groom. And so now he's married to 50 young ladies, 50 princesses, and he has 50 palaces, and he has assumed 50 forms. And he then, from each and every one of his wives, he has 10 children. So it's a huge family now. Years have passed, and there's a huge family. He's become quite a householder. And one fine day, he thinks to himself, what have I done? There was a time when I was meditating underwater, and now look at me. I have become a householder par excellence. Have you ever seen a householder like me? He thought. And he cried out, Aho imam pashyata me vinasham. Are manushyo mera vinash to dekho. Main kahan tha, kahan aa gaya. So great meditators have been defeated by your Maya. Okay, Keshav. So what do you expect from me? I am just an ordinary person. I'm not a great meditator. I'm not an ascetic. This mind is extremely powerful. And granted, I have always been committing sins, but tell me, why did you have your Maya chase me? Now, is it true that he had his Maya chase us? Answer is no. Maya is not chasing us under the directive of Sri Krishna. We ourselves have gone to Maya and we have embraced Maya. The story comes to mind of a disciple who said to his Guru, Guruji, why is Maya after me? Why is the world after me? It gets me so attracted to itself. And the Guru said, I will tell you some other time. After some time, the Guruji went into the angan, the courtyard of the ashram, and there was a tree growing there. He hugged the tree. The devotee who was saying, why is the world holding on to me so strongly? He was going to get an answer from his Guru. The Guru was hugging the tree very tightly, and at the same time he was saying, oh tree, let go of me. Let go of me, I tell you. Release me from your hold. Let go of me. And that disciple, he came out, he said, Guruji, what are you saying, let go of me? To the tree. You are holding on to the tree yourself. You just let go. The Guru said, and there's your answer. Maya is not holding on to you. The world is not holding on to you. You are holding on to the world. You have to let go of it. So the devotee says, Maya is chasing me. You had your Maya chase me. So what can be expected of me? Let's continue. माना मोह निशा में मैं सोया नंद नंदन
माना मोह निशा में मैं सोया नंद नंदन
तू तो उर था ना क्यों जगाया नंद नंदन
तू तो उर था ना क्यों जगाया नंद नंदन
माना मैं हूँ बुरे से भी बुरा नंद नंदन
माना मैं हूँ बुरे से भी बुरा नंद नंदन
हूँ तो तेरा लाज जाए तेरी नंद नंदन
हूँ तो तेरा लाज जाए तेरी नंद नंदन
माना मन ते हूँ मैं तो हारा नंद नंदन
माना मन ते हूँ मैं तो हारा नंद नंदन
मैं हारा नंद नंदन
हारा नंद नंदन
तू है कैसा मनमोहन नंद नंदन
तू है कैसा मनमोहन नंद नंदन
माना मैंने पिछला बिगाड़ा नंद नंदन
माना मैंने पिछला बिगाड़ा नंद नंदन
अगला तो अब तू बना दे नंद नंदन
अगला तो अब तू बना दे नंद नंदन
अगला तो अब तू बना दे नंद नंदन
अगला तो अब
Everyone please clap and sing.
नंद नंदन
माना मेरा मन है कुटिल नंद नंदन,
माना मेरा मन है कुटिल नंद नंदन,
कुटिल था पूतना मनहु नंद नंदन,
कुटिल था पूतना मनहु नंद नंदन,
तू तो बिनु सेवा के ही द्रवै नंद नंदन,
तू तो बिनु सेवा के ही द्रवै नंद नंदन,
प्रणत ही पावे कृपा काहे 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 नंद नंदन,
माना मैं न क्षमा अधिकारी नंद नंदन,
माना मैं ना क्षमा अधिकारी नंद नंदन,
अधिकारी नंद नंदन,
अधिकारी नंद नंदन,
तू ही बता क्षमा का सो मांगू नंद नंदन,
तू ही बता क्षमा का सो मांगो नंद नंदन,
तू ही बता क्षमा का सो मांगू नंद नंदन,
तू ही बता क्षमा का सो मांगो नंद नंदन,
माना मैंने जग को ही भजा 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 नंद नंदन,
तू भी तो है जग व्यापक 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 नंद नंदन,
माना मैं शरण नहीं आया नंद नंदन,
माना मैं शरण नहीं आया नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो था उर प्रेरक नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो था प्रेरक नंद नंदन,
माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन,
माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन,
दोषी नंद नंदन,
दोषी नंद नंदन,
तू तो है कृपालु कृपा करू 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 नंद नंदन,
तू ही तू ही तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन,
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन,
मैं भी तो हूँ मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन,
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन,
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन,
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
Granted, I have been sleeping in ignorance, O Nandanandan, Mohanisha mein main soya. But you were sitting in my heart, why did you not awaken me? Granted, I am worse than the worst, but still I am yours. If you do not accept me, it would reflect badly on you, O Nandanandan. So there is sweetness in these words, and there is pleading in these words. The devotee, through these loving words, is pleading with Shyamsundar for his grace. Granted, I have been defeated by my mind, but tell me, are you no longer Manmohan? Are you no longer able to attract the mind? Shri Krishna is Manmohan. He attracts the mind, he attracts the heart. He is Swajanamohan. He attracts the heart of his devotees. He's also Swajanamohan. Such is his attraction that he attracts his own heart. Gauranga Mahaprabhu says, Rupa dekhi apanar Krishner hoy chamatkar, ashwadite mane uthe kam. When Shri Krishna beholds his own beauty, he becomes attracted by his own beauty. This is a miracle that he becomes attracted by himself. So he is Manmohan, he is Swajanamohan, he is Swamanamohan. Have you lost the ability to attract hearts? Asks the devotee. Granted, I have spoiled my past, my countless lifetimes. I have spoiled them, I did not surrender to you, but bestow grace upon me and improve my future, O Nandanandan. And I know that my mind is extremely devious, but even Putana's mind was devious, O Nandanandan. So how is it that she became deserving of your grace? Now the simple answer for that, which is not being disclosed by the questioner, by the devotee, is that Putana was in fact she was fully surrendered to Sri Krishna, and outwardly she was a demoness, inwardly she was a devotee. When the devotees of God come in the form of demons and demonesses, they attach their mind to God not with feelings of love and adoration, but with feelings of anger, jealousy, and hatred. Shishupal, Kunj, Putana, Aghasur, Bakasur, all of these are great devotees of God, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, but they have assumed the form of demons and demonesses, so they become attached to the Supreme Lord with feelings of hatred and fear, in some cases like Kunj, hatred, fear, envy, all these negative qualities. Shishupal, before the age where he couldn't even speak properly, he was cursing Krishna. This envy, jealousy, all that, but he was a great devotee. So Putana was a devotee of Sri Krishna, and that is why he attained his grace. The devotee knows this fully, but he is being playful, he is being very loving towards Sri Krishna, speaking lovingly. You are causelessly merciful, tu to binu seva ke hi drave. Nandanandan, pranate hi pave kripa kahe Nandanandan. But why do you grace only the surrendered ones, O Nandanandan? Granted, I am not deserving of your forgiveness, but tell me, from whom should I beg forgiveness, O Nandanandan? Granted, I have loved only the world, but you are present everywhere in the world, are you not? Granted, I have not surrendered to you, but you are the inspirer sitting within my heart. He is the prerak, ura prerak raghu, ura prerak. He is the one sitting in the heart, inspiring us, inspiring our thoughts. Ura preraka Raghuvansha Vibhushan, says Tulsidas Ji. So Bhagwan Sri Ram is sitting inside and he is inspiring us to think. However, it must be understood that although God inspires us and enables us to think, yet he does not dictate our thoughts. He does not say, now I'm going to make you think against me. Now I'm going to inspire you to not believe in me. Now I will inspire you to love me. But the other one, I'm going to inspire him to not care about me. Now I'm going to inspire you to forget me. He does not dictate our thoughts because we have freedom. We have the freedom to think the thoughts that we want. So God inspires us and enables us to think, but he does not tell us what to think. He does not, I should say that he does tell us what is right from what is wrong, but he does not dictate our actions. He does not make us think a certain thought. So yes, he is the inspirer, that is true, but Sri Krishna would answer, yes, I'm inspiring you, enabling you, but you are the performer of all actions. all your actions. Na datte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhu, says the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna says, I am not performing your actions. You are responsible for your own actions. Mana main hu sab vidhi doshi nandanandan. Again, a very tone of supplication. Please forgive me. Mana main hu sab vidhi doshi. Granted, I am faulty in all possible ways, O Nandanandan. But tu to hai Kripalu. In the words of Jagadguru Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj, you are merciful. You are the Kripalu. You are the merciful one, O Nandanandan. So bestow your mercy upon me. So these words are filled with sweetness, they're filled with nectar, they're filled with love, and they're filled with loving complaints, but those complaints are not genuine, they are just loving complaints. The devotee knows fully well the philosophy of the Vedas and Vedic scriptures, but the words of Rasik saints are very unique. As I was saying, the words of Mirabai, the words of Saint Surdas, they're very unique words. If someone didn't know better, they would think, Meera, this lady, she's saying this, that you should never fall in love with Krishna. She is an atheist. No, her words are filled with love. So these are the words of a Rasik Mahasant, and they are to be sung with love, and they are to be internalized. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.